So, good afternoon, sir. My name is Steve Daniel Mingilian from BSMT2 Betelgeuse, and this is my CO2 assessment video explanation. So, in task 1, we have 6 tasks to do. Task 1 is the code convention applicable. Task 2 is the code convention applicable regulations and regulations requirements. So in task number 1, the code or convention applicable is SOLAS Chapter 5, Safety of Navigation. And in 2 is SOLAS Chapter 5, Regulation 26, Steering Gear, Testing and Drills. Tests before entering or getting underwater have to be complied with. And number 2 is TCW 78 Convention Chapter 3, Engine Department. So STCW 78 Convention Chapter 3 Engine Department, the requirement for officers and ratings who serve in the engine department or those person functions relating to maritime engineering, electrical, electronic, and etc. Number 3, the STCW Code Section A 6 Chapter STC 2010 Resolution 2, mandatory minimum requirements for security related training and instructions for all seafarers. So STCW 78 Convention Chapter 6 Emergency Occupational Safety, Medical Care and Survival Factors. The STCW Annex Chapter 6 related parts of the STC code include a wide range of requirements including the following: familiarization and basic safety training, survival craft competency, advanced firefighting and training, and the last one is the medical treatment. So in number 4, the convention applicable is STCW Regulation Chapter 6 STC 2010 Resolution. So the requirements for this regulation be not less than 18 years of age, have approved seagoing service of not less than 12 months or attended an approved training course, and have approved seagoing service if not less than 6 months. So in number 5, ISM code under SOLAS chapter management for the safe operational of ships. So the chapter makes a mandatory ISM International Safety Management Code, which requires a safety management system to be established by the ship owner or any person who has assumed responsibility for the ship or the company. And last number 6, this SOLAS chapter 3, life-saving appliances and arrangements or LSA code. So requirements to be followed by all ships with repaired to operational readiness and maintenance and inspection. In this regulation, there is a requirement for price hailing, checks of the lifeboats, and weekly and monthly checks for the maintenance of the survival chart of their launching arrangement should be of the utmost importance to any ship operations. So in task 3, we have here the task 3. It is composed of 5. So first is the 3.1, mandatory minimum requirements for certification of officers in charge or a navigation watch on ships of seagrass tonnage or more. 3.2, a mandatory minimum requirement for certification of masters and chef masters on ship of seagrass tonnage or more. And 3.3, mandatory minimum requirement for certification of officers in charge of an engineering watch in a manned engine room for designated duty engineers in a periodically unmanned engine room. And in 3.4, mandatory minimum requirement for certification of chief engineer and officers and second engineer officers of ships powered by main propulsion machinery of 3000 kilowatts propulsion power or more. And the last number for this is the 3.5, which is the mandatory minimum requirement for the training and qualification of master's officers ratings on tankers. So number 1, officers and ratings assigned specific duties and responsibilities related to cargo equipment on tankers shall have completed and approved shore-based fighting course, and in addition to the training required by regulation, shall have completed. So that's all for this video, sir. Have a good day and God bless.